Hello everyone, Firemac here, and welcome back to my Endwalker playthrough, where we're doing the main story, but we're also still in Filler Town because we're doing role quest right now. I mean, it's not filler; it's still important in a sense. It's just they're side stories. They're not the main story. Yeah, it's been quite lengthy, but you know what? It's been interesting. It's given us different avenues. They're more the stories are way more diverse in the role quest than they were in Shadowbringers. Because in Shadowbringers, they all followed the same format. It was, hey, there was this guy that was related to Ardbert, and now they're a Sin Eater. We have to track them down with this new character, and beat them. That was the same for all of them, and then there was the extra cool quest that came after. But that was another thing, but they all followed the same structure. These role quests are all over the place. I mean, sure, we're still going after a blasphemy, but they're all structured differently. Like, I mean, if you've been watching and following along, you know they've been different as crap. So let's see what's going on with the ranged one. You giddy. It is good to see you, Firemac. We have received word that you of all people had answered our call. Could scarcely believe it, yet here you are. Of course, Yugiri. Anything for you, cutie pie. I'm gonna say, why is nothing happening? Lord Hian will be pleased with this reunion. If you would wait here for a moment. No, Yugiri, come back. What's up, Hian? Haven't seen you in forever. I don't think you've even had a voice line in forever. Well then, the Kami should guide you to your steps to our door once more, and with such fortuitous timing. Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome, but time is not on our side. Not long after receiving word of men transforming into hideous beasts in Fafnir, a similar creature was born of a woman in Isari. A woman, so it's not Gosetsu. After attacking another villager, it took to the skies and fled, though to where we know not. An all too cruel twist of fate, for the one slain was among the prisoners returned to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire. Just when they had at last begun to piece their life back together. This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is wont to keep to the skies, well beyond the reach of our samurai and shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in ranged combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens. Of course, martial prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker, but no less gruesome abominations, as was the case in Fafnir, and their numbers increase by the day. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike a sickness which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety, emotions of which of late can be found in abundance. Slaying the beast means nothing if the people's hearts cannot be put at ease. Lord Hian! You have to help the villagers! They... Sir, please, calm yourself. Tell us what happened. Another villager has turned, and Namai, my lord, for a blessing. No one was harmed when the beast flew into a rage, but the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next. Woo! 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 It would seem we have less time than I thought. Worry not, we will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this infliction, but we will save what lives we can, I promise you. I trust you're ready to join the fray? It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Sweet. I will talk to you guys. You guys are awesome. Without cure, we have no choice but to cut them down before they can cause more harm. Something's going on over there. Still no sign of the beast, or any other for that matter. The beast was right here, I swear it! I thank you for leading us here, but it is not safe. Please return to your village. We should split up if we're to have any chance of fighting it. Firemac, would you see to the west? I will search in the north. Yukiri, I leave the east to you. If you find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down, so you mustn't either. Now, let us not waste any more time. Yeah, I've never really settled on a voice for Hien. Getting the water burps. Where am I going exactly? Ooh! Are you alright? We heard shouting and came as fast as we could. It would appear Firemac arrived not a moment too soon. Why? Why did you kill my brother? Whoa. Oops. Your brother? Oops. Young man, that creature was not your kin. Not anymore. Had he not laid it to rest, it would have killed you and countless others. But if your heart cries out for one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way. Awkward. No! No, you're wrong! You killed him! Murdered him! I hate you! Hey, isn't that Issei or whatever his name was? Issei! Issei, what are you doing here? Searching for Tombo, though clearly you found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tombo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg you forgive him for his outburst. His brother was all he had left. Their father was conscripted by the Empire and was regrettably not among those returned to us in the recent exchange of the prisoners. The hope they might one day be reunited was their only comfort when the Viceroy still ruled. I could only imagine how they felt when she walked into Isari, a shadow of her former self. Suyu may have had no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, the brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. But then they learned of her death and of their father's absence. Deprived of hope and of hate all at once, they had nothing. My apologies for rambling. No, it was a rather enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain, and took the brother who brought him comfort. Took the brother who brought him comfort. Okay. I would hate me too. I swear I will set things right for Tombo. For all the people of Doma, please return home, Issei, and be safe. Let us return to the Doma Enclave. This ordeal has given me much to consider. Oh, ha ho, Doma Enclave. Why does it not bring up the map? Come on. I have a freaking teleport straight to it. Hey, Yugiri, how's it going, girl? I do not envy Lord Hien the burden now thrust upon him, but he shall not have to bear it alone. I owe you a great debt for your timely assistance, and an apology for I have made you an executioner in young Tombo's eyes. Well, that person's dead. Would that I have been the one he witnessed cut down the beast his brother had. Would that I had been the one he witnessed cut down the beast his brother had become. But we haven't time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. But no, we have need to take action, and after hearing Tombo and his brother, I believe I know what must be done. A great many of our brothers and sisters were returned to us in the prisoner exchange, but even so, there are those who yet remain lost to us. Meanwhile, Yutsuyo, who was directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In death, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother, but it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. The people of Doma have every right to resent me for failing them, and their grief. But what of those who could not bring themselves to do even that, who are left alone with their anger and their pain? They may well give way to despair, and then they would share the same fate as Tombo's brother, yes. Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish, ere we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I will begin making rounds of the villagers to inquire after those whom their neighbors believe are more distressed of late. Very good, and I and the other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy which set these events in motion. And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured, we'll keep you apprised of our findings. I know you will, because we got 2 more quests. So we can't progress any further. One that Kami answered. Lord Hien's extended absence from the Enclave does not sit well with Yugiri. Ah, Firemac, we have yet to ascertain the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Asari, but for a blessing we have received no reports of others that have turned. Lord Hien, for his part, have made a considered effort to go about the villages and converse with the soldiers directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination in Sari. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you. I'm sure there's no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly. Woo! Oh my gosh. So much. So much to do. Sorry. So from there. Woo! Woo! Woo boy! Oh boy! Ooh. There's so much role quest to do. I don't know know why he looked like a special enemy. Woo! Ugh! My gosh! Oh, I got the water burps. Firemac, Yugiri, my apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the such state of affairs here in the Sari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead? Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don the disguise lest I draw undue attention. Come, Firemac, let us see what we can discover. Thank you, both of you. So, okay. What kind of disguise is she gonna don? I wonder. I owe a great debt to Lord Hien. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the Imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our lord failed to punish the viceroy for her crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. A blasphemy? You are mistaken, my friend. Our village was visited not by a monster, but a kami! He's a Nami. Really? If Lord Hien is cold and callous, she offers us boundless compassion and love. Oh no, please tell me you don't think this is a kami. Blasphemy is not a kami. Concerned villager. Aye, that's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Asari. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I am to be honest, I fear the loss drove her poor stepmother mad. Kisei has ever been a devout believer in the kami and their blessings, but she somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. Heresy is what it is. Whee! Whee! What's up, Yugi? The situation here... Oh, that's your disguise? Wow. Not much of a disguise, but okay. The situation here in Masari is complicated to say the least. Oh god. Straight in my face. I see. Little wonder they would refuse to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma, and ushers souls of the departed onto the land of the dead. I trust you understand what it would mean to deny them a source of hope in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim this Kisei can speak with the dead. In fact, she will be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. There we go. Not for me, of course. My presence would draw undue attention. Might I ask you both to attend in my stead? Our followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come. Oh boy, here we go. O spirits of Asari, I beseech you. Lend me your voice and let your presence be known. Cross the veil and be among us once more. That's all for show. Has to be. Akitsu. Father? Still attending the nets like I taught you? Yes, Father. Every day, thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... And I am proud to have been your father. May you be ever blessed by the sea's bounty. It hurts. Father, what's wrong? He is in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What must we do to ease their pain? Fear not. Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world and deliver them onto the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirit and all the others will find peace. Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him? Kisei! Kisei! Can you commune with my husband? What about my family? Help me, Kisei, please! Guess it would be wrong to interfere with that, huh? So is Kisei's ability all that she claims? Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. Could still be an act. A young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her? I find that rather hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet, for all their anguish, there has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tombo's brother. Which could only mean word of Kisei and her ability to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Though I fail to see how the people would abide the kami, claiming innocent lives to restore order. I still feel like that reads wrong. She comes! Izanami! The blasphemy? Here? Where is it? Lord Heian, the kami! She appeared as if out from nowhere, and in the next instant this poor man was... So we were too late. Spoke with him before, Nisari. Yeah, that was the one guy that actually liked Ian. You recognize him then? Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were former conscripts. What could the being be after, I wonder? It does not become my lord to speak ill of the kami. How convenient that you all show up, huh? I understand you are come to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you called it. But you are sorely mistaken. My stepdaughter, Minato, was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes. Oh, here it is. Flashback hour. Power activate! Ah! Minato, please! I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it. No justice. The witch at Doma spared, given a second chance, and my husband, condemned to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Heian can't give me even that. And when I look at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart. The gaping wound that will never heal, begin to bleed. Only at my beloved side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the kami, in Izanami. I want to believe, but... Oh, you're one of those. That's your Izanami? That does not look like an Izanami, just throwing it out there. I don't think that's an Izanami. Izanami has come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between their world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the kami. This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of two innocents, but recently returned to us. I will not accept that the kami would condone such cruelty. No crueler than the sight of Yotsuyo free and forgiven, while my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Heian, is it not your duty to protect Doma and her people? How are we to place our faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects? Only the kami are deserving of our adoration, as they have always been. I did like an itch there. Well, that's definitely gonna be a problem. Oh my god, this is one long quest. What do you guys say, Yugiri? Are you alright? For a moment you seemed unwell. Just spirited at the past. Saw this Izanami for what it really is, which we all knew anyway from the get-go. The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparation must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much, at least. You seem distracted during our conversation with Kisei. Is something the matter? Yeah, I just saw it to the past, and Izanami is definitely our blasphemy. The echo. And the blasphemy was indeed born of her stepdaughter. To bear witness to such horror, how her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family, becoming one with the divine was the only reality which she could come to terms. I believe I know now what must be done, but I pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Fun. Fun, fun, fun in the sun. Fun in the sun. Why do I have to keep going to the menu? They freaking get a good... Could teleport going there. Yugiri. What do you suppose Lord Hien intends to do? From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. It's explained she was a good-natured and kind-hearted woman, grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yotsuyo to account together with the sight of other families reunited compounded it to the turmoil in her broken heart. The path of despair, paved by my good intentions, a truth that will weigh heavy on my conscience unto my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who were returned to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. Alright, next quest. Home no longer. There is work to be done, yet Yugiri appears reluctant to take action. Ah, Firemac, if you have come to ask after the blasphemy, I have naught to share. As of yet, our shinobi have seen no sign of the beast. The returnees, however, are all accounted for, and Lord Hien has seen them safely to the Kienkan. As such, he is presently assisting with the hunt. For a blessing, there have been no reports of other villages turning, and yet, before the situation takes a turn for the worse, there is a matter I feel warrants further investigation. Kisei. Though a villager of Isari, I suspect she may, in fact, hail from my home, Suino Sato. Knowing that they would be loath to answer my inquiries, I entreated the Kojin to contact Suino Sato in my stead. To hear tell of it, Princess Kurenai has made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world. At mention of Kisei, however, their cordial warmth turned strangely cold. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to go and speak with the people of Suino Sato ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates the matters. That said, it has been many years since I left home. Were I to disguise myself, I might well go unnoticed in your company, if you're willing to take the risk. If you're willing to take the risk, well, of course I am. Thank you. Let us make for Onokoro, then. Do 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 do. Do 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 di di da do di da do 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 di da di da do 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 di do do. It's Christmas. Oof. So this is your disguise? Really not much of a disguise. The garments I wore when we first met. Sufficient, I think, to conceal my identity. Well, You'd have to cover your face completely like you did. How many years has it been since last I saw home? I am a shinobi of Doma, yeah, but even as a child I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Suino Sato. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless, and together with the other children I have often ventured beyond the borders of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover a city of ruin and ash, Imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste, I lost my way in the bamboo groves. It was there I first met a young boy named Shun, a sweaty mess as he swung his wooden sword with reckless abandon, training to fulfill his duty as a samurai, he said. Having seen the destruction of which the Empire was capable, I too felt the need to protect my home. I joined him in his exercises, and every day my resolve to protect those I loved grew. Sadly, my elders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of the strength I believed we sorely needed, and I found it as a shinobi. But the people feared war and conflict would follow in my heels. Should I return, I do not begrudge them their decision, nor do I regret my own. Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing home again, openly defying the wishes of the Ruby Princess. However, would bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough for my transgressions. That is why, for their sake, I would remain naught but a faceless shinobi at your employ. Thank you. With that in mind, let us make for Suino Sato. So are you actually gonna put on a mask? Because, like, the way you first appeared with us? Or no? No? There she did. Okay, there it is. That's our girl. All these years, yet naught appears to have changed since the day I left. But now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do. Kise's departure for Suino Sato was likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave. Yugiri is now accompanying you. Yay! 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 Yugiri is following me. Oh my god! All my greatest wishes and dreams. I can't. Ah! I love it! So, Yuri, there's gotta be optional freaking conversations somewhere around here. I see you. I see you, dude. Come on, Come on. No, I wanna see some optional dialogue. This is her home after all? No? Come on. Come on, it'd be so cool to hang out with Yugiri. It's my girl. It's my girlfriend. It's my girlfriend. It's my girlfriend, everybody. Alright, fine. Let's just continue with the quest. There's a lot of fish down here. How did they do the fishing? I guess they would have to leave the bubble to do it. Who is this person again? I feel like I should know who that person is. Kise? That name sounds familiar, and yet... Apologies, friend, my memory is not what it once was. Let us seek another. I didn't see any other names. Cheerful Elder. Cheerful Elder. It has been quite some time since I last heard that name. She was a priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become of her after all these years, I wonder? Please, is there anything else you could tell us? Unagi was quite close with her. If memory serves, perhaps you should seek her out. Ooh. Mother, I had hoped to avoid my parents, but if there's no other way, Firemac, might I ask you to take the lead? But your parents actually miss you. Did you forget that? Did you forget your parents actually miss you? Or am I doing some wishful misremembering here? Oh, it's literally has a marker on the map, not a search thing. Hanami. Say, you are not the adventurer who aided Nigiri and Doma's liberation? It is good to see you again. To what we owe the honor of your visit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Family reunited. Reunited. Kisei, yes, we were close, but that was a long, long time ago. Still, if I can be assistance to the man to whom we owe so much, I will share all I know. Kisei was born to a family of priests. Even at an early age, she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her. But everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. No one believed her at first, but she continued to insist she could, and strove to prove it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years, knowledge of events to which she could not have been privy. Word of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Shisui of the Violet Tides for a private audience. No one knows what Kisei said to her in the palace, only that the princess was incandescent with rage and ordered her exile forthwith. Some believe Kisei revealed a terrible secret of the royal house, or perhaps spoke a blatant falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful, but who's to say the dead would know the truth, or not to seek to deceive? Thus, could we never be certain it was simply a fantasy or a power divine? The one thing that is certain is that no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would that I could tell you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kisei since her banishment. Inconvenient. So obvious. Forgive me, but have we met your companion before? She looks familiar. I believe this is the first time our humble shinobi has visited Suino Sato. I imagine she does, considering she's... I like that one. I like that one. You could not possibly know me. I am but a lowly shinobi of Doma. Nothing more. Being a shinobi, I presume you have heard tales of Yugiri Mitswalker. Should you chance meet her, may I ask you to deliver her a message. Tell her that her mother and father love her, that we could not be more proud of her. Aww. I will. I have no doubt she feels the same, and not a day goes by without you in her thoughts. Oh, she knows. They know it's her. I believe we have heard enough. Shall we return to Onokoro? My apologies for placing you in so peculiar a situation. Though I must confess, it did my heart good to see mother and father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace, as a shinobi of Doma, no, as a member of the Eastern Alliance. Mayhap there will come a day when Suino Sato opens to the world, a day when Yugiri Miss Walker can be reunited with her mother and father. Would that Lord Hien could be afforded the same opportunity, but Lord Kaien and Lady Mina have long since passed, two of too many lives lost in imperial occupation. I cannot imagine he would ever succumb to despair. But make no mistake, Lord Hien knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I may be honest, it troubles me at times. But perhaps I said too much. Come, we mustn't keep him waiting. So, when are they gonna open up? Yugiri and Hien are like an item. They just don't know it yet. They just don't know it yet. I'm not wrong, right, guys? Doma Enclave. Let's go. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! This one was so much shorter than the other quest, mind you. For a blessing, Onokoro appears to be untouched by the recent chaos, for now at least. Welcome back. I trust your journey proved an enlightened one? So she does, in fact, hail from Suino Sato. And you say she has possessed these divine gifts since childhood. Genuine or no, genuine or no, the people believe her and more flock to her side with every passing day. But the returnees are safe at the Kiankan, its defenses bolstered. As for the blasphemy, I have spoken with our Confederate allies, among others, and together we will establish a network of contacts across the length and breadth of Doma to take up the search in earnest. Mark my words, we will find it. Woo. Alright. So we finished that. I believe we need to go back to Ishgard. Because there's, I think, I could be wrong, but I think there's an extra quest we can do because I think the summer gained a level in between stuff I was doing. I think. I could be wrong. We're gonna... Unless I already did it in the previous episode, I just don't remember. But I think we can do another quest here. I mean, roll quest-wise, mind you. I don't know if I made that obvious. Oh, Mighty Fury, guide us to victory. I like how they literally just have the quest name as a choice. Any strategy reminds better show you in. Yep. Nope. So we did finish that quest. Okay. Just making sure. So by that same, I have to double check that I did the quest over here. Now I'm making quarter. Just gotta make sure. Everybody just chillax. Just gotta make sure, okay? Because if we're gonna go back... Yeah, okay, see, it's red. That's all I needed to see. So that means... Anyways, we're gonna quickly double check Gridania. Because we know we're done with the melee and ranged DPS. Because we did that. We did that in this stream. We did this in this stream. And yep, see, look. That means we can finally go back to the main quest line. Oh my god, you guys excited? I'm a little excited. I'm gonna say we got 10 minutes in this episode. I'm afraid things could happen in the next quest. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. Yeah? Yeah, okay, there we go. What was that? Is that somebody shield that makes that noise? I think it is. Oh no, it's the sword. That's basically a chainsaw. Outside help. Lucia is taking stock of the present situation. Okay, so this was like after we went to save everyone and we had our talk with Xenos. You guys can recall that. You know, so we're starting it finally. We're back. We're back.
No major injuries then. Good.
Oh, and it's voiced. Sweet. I get to take a break.
I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Forchano Leveilleur.
I forgot he was here. I really did forget.
And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
So when do we tell him what we learned of in the past? We haven't told anybody yet, right?
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Of course.
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
Yeah.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
Yeah.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment. Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
The freaking scowling.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
So why do I feel like that's still not gonna... I feel like... I mean, we still got the other half of Labyrinthos to scour here.
It does. You have my thanks. Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Yeah, about that. Whatever he's about to tell us, it will not matter! Oh.
Did you hear something just now?
Whoa. Oh. What the? What the? What are you doing down here? How's that pudding way? Pudding way?
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
What are they doing here?
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
I've been missing out on this cutscene for so long.
To see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Hold on, Jay.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Yes, the people you've been talking to this whole entire time.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Heidelin's right paw. That last bit is very important, as am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to haveth you back. May thy disciples vanish in this darkness, darkest of nights. I like both of them. I'm gonna go with the first one.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well.
Hey, you just missed out on
Wilt
all
thou
the
attend us
hectic,
at the forum and lend thine own wisdom?
all the hectic battling.
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Well, we finally accepted the quest. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode because really don't know how long this is going to take. So, yeah, let's go ahead and end this episode, everybody. This is Firemac saying, Doodles, catch you next time.